joined now by the travel correspondent of The Independent. That's Simon Colders, the travel editor, of course. Forgive me there, Simon. Talk to me in more detail about what on earth is going on with British Airways, and I'm guessing with other airlines as well.
Well, British Airways, by far the biggest carrier at London Heathrow, has announced, they told the trade first, their agents and holiday companies and so on. They said, right, we are going to be taking out yet more flights this winter. Now, you'll recall that at the start of the summer season, that was the end of March, all the airlines had great plans for the summer. For example, EasyJet said it was going to have its biggest ever programme from Gatwick. That soon fell apart and they have cancelled thousands of flights. British Airways, which was getting back to pre-COVID levels at Heathrow, has so far cancelled about 30,000 flights. There's another 1,250 just been announced in the next couple of months, which will take us to the end of the summer season. And then in the winter, the pressure should be off, cancelling 10,000 short-haul domestic and European flights, and that represents, along with the flights which are being taken out long haul as well, fewer of those, a few hundred of those, represents about 2 million seats taken out of the market. Now, you might think, well, that's great for the environment, and undoubtedly it is. But if you're a passenger, it could be bad news.
Yeah, absolutely. So what can you do? What are your rights?
Well, if you're affected, and the whole idea of making these cancellations now is that actually many of the flights won't have that many people booked on them. It's very straightforward. You could get a refund, but of course, the vast majority of people are actually going to want to travel where they want to go, when they want to get there. And therefore, British Airways will put you on one of its other flights. And in general, most of the cuts are going to be on routes where there are more than one flight a day, so they can just switch you to another flight. If for some reason there isn't another BA flight available, then they have to put you on a different airline. But the impact is going to be felt disproportionately, I fear, Kay, on the domestic routes. So that's from Belfast City, from Aberdeen, Inverness, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Newcastle and Manchester. Those are flights which typically have lots of people connecting. And I was just taking a look at what the cuts mean. So a month today, going from London Heathrow to Aberdeen, where you'd normally expect 6 or 8 flights a day from first thing in the morning till last thing at night, there are just 2. They're both in the evening, and the lowest price at this stage is £215, whereas normally you'd expect to be able to pick something up for less than half that. And it's people in the regions of the UK who I think are going to be most affected. And you could find that, yeah, you've got a connecting flight from Heathrow, but you're actually going to be hanging around for many hours because the flight you were on has been pruned.
What about if you're flying long haul? Are those less likely to be impacted?
Yeah, I mean, that's where British Airways makes the vast majority of its money, and they will always protect the long-haul schedule. There have been some cuts. So, for example, there's multiple flights every day to New York, and certainly on some quiet days, they will fillet a few of those. That probably won't mean more than an hour or two difference between what you were planning to do. Important to say that at this stage, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be getting any cash compensation because they are aiming to give at least 2 weeks notice of these changes, which means they are not liable to pay out any compensation for the inconvenience. But honestly, the amount of capacity that's being taken out means that anybody who is looking to travel will find that there is less choice and that prices are higher, both on British Airways itself and, of course, on the competitors. EasyJet and Ryanair are picking up bookings all over the place because British Airways is culling so many flights. But BA itself isn't losing out that much because overall price levels are going through the roof. To get here to Italy, I paid £300, which is roughly 3 times what I would have liked to have paid.
Oh, well, at least you're in Italy. Enjoy it while you can. It's good to talk to you. Thank you.